Three members of a cult-like group arrested in Maryland will remain in jail as the FBI probes their possible connection to at least 6 homicides, including the killing of a Border Patrol agent. Fox 45's Jeff Abel has been following this bizarre story all week.
Yeah, Jeff joins us live right now with an update on the investigation. Jeff.
You know, at a bond hearing this morning, a judge ordered the three to remain in jail without bond as federal agents attempt to connect a trail of violence to members of the cult. It was here along the stretch of Frostburg farmland where a property owner Sunday afternoon approached the drivers of 2 box trucks which were parked on his property. In charging documents, officers write the subjects were told they were not allowed on the property. The subjects then asked if they could camp at the location for a month. When officers arrived at the scene, they found 3 members of what police believe is a West Coast cult: leader Jack Lesotho, Michelle Sajko, and Daniel Blank. And according to police documents, they were heavily armed. A long rifle in the back of the truck, a handgun on the floorboard, a loaded handgun in a waistband. All are believed to be members of a California cult made up mostly of transgendered women, which is now tied to at least 6 homicides, including last month's shooting death of Border Patrol agent David Milan in Vermont.
What happens, you get this paranoia when you're in a cult like this, and the leader makes you hate the world but love each other.
It's still unclear what brought these West Coast residents to Western Maryland, but for Mike Gimbel, the behavior seems all too familiar. When he turned 20, he checked into a drug treatment program in Los Angeles and didn't check out until 7 years later. The Synanon rehab program had become a violent cult. The owner had become a leader, and Gimbel was entrenched.
We became very violent because our charismatic leader convinced us that everyone on the outside world was out to get us. So we bought guns and we were crazy.
Gimbel escaped in the middle of the night and is now featured in an HBO documentary. But in Western Maryland, 3 members of the so-called Zizian group are locked up without bond as federal agents attempt to understand who's behind this latest trail of terror and why.
And then you see things, well, they're college graduates, they're smart, you know. Throw it out the window, because once you let your mind go, and once that leader gets hold of your mind and begins to twist it, you listen to what they tell you to do. Well, in court this morning, the alleged leader told the judge he's done nothing wrong and asked to be released. We are live. Jeff Abel, Fox 45 News.